Hello students, in this video I am going to talk about what it means for a function to be continuous. We know the word continuity means no stoppage or no hindrance in between. In functions also, continuity means when you draw the graph of a function, if there is no break or no jumps in between, then we call that function as a continuous function. Informal definition of a continuous function is a function is continuous in its domain if its graph can be drawn without lifting your pencil, that is, the graph without breaks, jumps or holes. This is an informal definition but an easy way of understanding continuity. So what is a discontinuous curve? Informal definition of a discontinuous curve: when you try to draw this graph, we cannot draw it in one stroke without lifting pen from the plane of the paper. So that is, if you draw a portion of it and then you stop somewhere and picked up your pencil, then you started somewhere else, this would be a discontinuous curve. Now we'll move on to the formal definition of a continuous curve. Mathematically, we define a function is continuous at x is equal to a if first condition f of a should exist. Second condition, limit x tends to a of f of x exists. That means the left hand limit should be equal to the right hand limit, and then the limit value should be equal to the value of the function at x is equal to a. Then we say the function is continuous at the point A. Now have a look at these graphs for a better understanding of the definition of continuous functions. The first graph, you can see that the left limit at A approaches L, right limit at A also approaches L, but the function is discontinuous. The reason is the function is not defined at the point A. Even though limit exists, the function is not defined. Therefore, the first condition of the definition is f of a should be defined. That is not there. Therefore, the function is discontinuous at A. So, in this graph, the limit exists, but the value of the function doesn't exist. This discontinuity is called as point discontinuity or removable discontinuity. Now we will move on to the next graph. So in this graph, the left limit exists, right limit also exists. The left limit is approaching L, right limit is approaching L. The value of the function also exists. The value of the function at A is m. But still the function is discontinuous at A because the limit value is not equal to the value of the function. So that is the third condition given in the definition. That is, the limit value should be equal to the function value. That is not equal in this case. Therefore, the function is not continuous. Now we'll move on to the next graph. You can see in this graph, the left limit and the right limit are not approaching the same value. That means the left limit is not equal to the right limit. That means limit doesn't exist. The second condition given in the definition is limit should exist. So here the limit doesn't exist. Therefore the function is not continuous at x is equal to a. You can see in this graph there is a jump in the values of f of x as x crosses a. So this discontinuity is also called as jump discontinuity. Now we move on to the next slide. The continuity of a function is destroyed if either of the two limits, that is left limit and right limit, or both tend to infinity or minus infinity. The first graph, you can see at x is equal to 2, the left limit is approaching infinity and right limit is also approaching infinity. There is an asymptote at x is equal to 2. So this function is discontinuous. Now come to the second graph. The left limit is approaching minus infinity, right limit is approaching plus infinity at 2. So there is an asymptote at x is equal to 2. So again this function is discontinuous at x is equal to 2. The third graph, the left limit is approaching a constant, the right limit is approaching infinity, and the function is defined at a also. Even then the function is discontinuous and there is an asymptote at x is equal to 2. These discontinuities are also called as asymptotic discontinuities. So if one or both sides of a limit of a function are infinite, then the function is discontinuous at that point. Now have a look at the definition again. A function f of x is continuous at x is equal to a if f of a exists. Second condition, limit exists. The third condition, limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to f of a. All these three conditions should be there. Only then we say the function is continuous at x is equal to a. Now, if an open interval is given, how will you check whether the function is continuous or not? The function is continuous if it is continuous at each and every point on the open interval ab. Excluding a and b, the function should be continuous everywhere. If the interval is closed, a function f of x is said to be continuous on a closed interval ab if, first condition, f is continuous in the open interval ab and the right limit at a is equal to f of a and the left limit at b is equal to f of b. That is, it is continuous on an open interval and it is continuous at a from the right, at b from the left. That means, just look at this graph, then you will understand it better. At the point a, first we have to find f of a. F of a should be defined and then you find the right limit at a. You need not find the left limit at a because left limit doesn't exist. The function doesn't exist there. So f of a should be equal to the right limit at a. Then at the point b, you have to find f of b. F of b should be defined. Then you have to find the left limit at b. The left limit at b should be equal to f of b. Then you have to check if the open interval ab, the function is continuous. So the function is continuous in the open interval and it is continuous at the end points. Then we say the function is continuous in the closed interval ab. So we conclude that a real function f is said to be continuous if it is continuous at every point in the domain of the function f. Continuous functions can be classified as functions which are continuous everywhere and functions which are continuous only in the domain. Let us see few examples for these type of functions. First one, continuous everywhere. Polynomials, always continuous. It's continuous everywhere. Sin x, cos x, exponential function, modulus function are all continuous everywhere. So let's have a look at this graph. This is the graph of sin x. You know that it is continuous everywhere. Similarly, the cos x curve. Cos x curve is continuous everywhere. Next graph is the exponential function a bar x. The exponential function graph is always continuous. Next is the examples of polynomials. It's a cubic polynomial, so always continuous. Binomial, all the polynomials are always continuous. It's a straight line linear equation. This is the graph of the modulus function. This is also always continuous. That is, or it is continuous everywhere. So these are the examples of the functions which are always continuous or which are continuous everywhere. Now let us see the examples for functions which are continuous only in the particular domain. For example, tan x. Tan x is continuous in the domain. The domain of tan x is r minus 2n plus 1 pi by 2. That is the odd multiples of pi by 2. Next is log x. log x is continuous in the domain is 0 to infinity. Log x doesn't exist from minus infinity to 0. The next is rational functions. For example, 1 by x minus 2. When x is not equal to 2, the function is continuous when x is not equal to 2. So let us see the graph of these functions which are continuous only in the domain. First one is tan x, the graph of tan x. You can see that the graph is not defined at pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, etc. That is 2n plus 1 pi by 2. The odd multiples of pi by 2. There is an asymptote. You can see an asymptote at pi by 2, 3 pi by 2. So the function is not defined at those places, but the function is continuous in its domain. Next is the graph of log function. It is not defined in the negative side, but it is continuous from 0 to infinity. The next is the graph of the rational function 1 by x minus 2. So if you define the domain as x is not equal to 2, then the function is continuous. So these are all examples of functions which are continuous in the domain. So discontinuous functions can be classified as point discontinuity, jump discontinuity, and infinite or asymptoticity. We saw the graph of all these functions. Now just have a look at these graphs. You can see all three types of discontinuities in this graph. Hope you have understood the concept of continuous functions and discontinuous functions. Thank you.